But oh my goodness, Persona 5.
There we go. Now we are live. What's
Hello.
up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
Happy Persona 5 launch day. You've got Henry, Bob, and Jack from Fandom, and we are going to run through the first couple hours of the hottest new JRPG.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, no, don't restart the animation.
Well, maybe
darn
people
it.
can
Watch
watch
again.
it.
We can
I took too long.
skippable. We just had an unskippable like opening thing.
All right, there we go.
These logos are very important.
I mean, that opening is great, but sorry, I was just too busy watching the menu. I just love the menu so much. There's Morgana running there.
Yeah.
And by the way, your train station, that is the time now where we're at, isn't it?
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
Yep.
That's clever.
So when
Yeah.
it says press any button, let's see if circle. Oh, not the circle button.
Circle does not get the square.
Circle means nothing in Japan. That means backwards, and we can't go back
I
anymore.
want you to edit that. Can you config that? I want this game to play like a Japanese game.
Let us start the game.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
The classic
Straight to
tail wipe.
Persona 5. I reviewed the game. Oh yeah, this is awesome too.
Is
Let
that
me-
real?
So
Isn't it a real story?
I thought it was about me.
that's Igor's new voice, by the way. I miss Igor's old voice.
Didn't he talk like high pitched like?
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Yeah, I mean he was the crypt keeper. This guy now though. See, now if you say I do not agree, I'm not going to waste our time by doing it, but it will just dump you back to the start of the screen. It's just like,
Is this
well,
like a legal obligation? Like,
Yeah,
please
that's
do not
weird.
sue us. You agreed
Yeah.
you wouldn't sue us.
Yeah, I think so.
because you look a little bit like that cat.
Yeah.
So
Well,
not
this has
about
a lot
you.
to do with Japanese government a bit in here, so I wonder if they're just like some politician might think we're talking about them.
there's something similar in the game Near Automata that I'm playing, and that has a bunch of different endings. And I was going through my my character's equipment when I started the game, and like one of the pieces of equipment it says OS chip. Removing this means certain death. If you unequip it, the game ends. You get credits, and that's one of the endings.
Whoa!
Like just by removing that item.
Wow.
So it's a fun little menu based touch.
So boom, this is the Lupin the Third opening if I ever seen one.
It's certainly a lot grander in scale than the previous Persona games.
Oh, certainly.
Right out the gate.
You think you start on a train, and instead you're in Monte Carlo, basically.
Nice. So do we need to explain who Lupin the Third is? Does everybody know?
You knowing what Lupin the
It's still
Third is.
popular on
this is-
Crunchyroll, right?
Yeah,
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
long-running anime series.
So it's Lupin the gentleman thief who would send out calling cards before he would steal something to let people know. And that's based on Arsène Lupin, the original like French storybook character. And that is the inspiration for the Phantom Thieves in this game, and there is protagonist as the Phantom Thief.
More importantly, Lupin is in the public domain, so go nuts, everybody.
For a long time he wasn't, and they had to call him Rupin.
Rupin.
Right. In America.
Different character, Rupin.
Yeah.
Or it's just like sounded vaguely racist whenever they would do those things.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
No, this is actually Arucard, so you can't sue us, Bram Stoker.
Well, and then, back in the day, Lupin, the original Lupin, got to face Herlock Sholmes in it because that was the original copyright thing.
I don't know if you remember the anime Hellsing, but they had to call the main character Arucard. But they wouldn't say why, but I think they were worried about Konami suing them because
That makes sense.
no one else can turn the word Dracula around. That's a completely original choice.
All right, so here's a first for Persona jumping.
No, I'm returning my game.
I just jumped. I
This is
jumped
not an
twice.
RPG.
Jump.
Yep. You
Just
can-
like scripted jumping.
It's context sensitive. You can't just jump wherever you. It's not like Final Fantasy 10 or 15. I'm just like, I want to open this door. No, stop jumping in front of the door, Noctis.
I really hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like an extended QTE.
I love this. Love the music. The best music.
It's more of an STE, slow time event.
Yeah.
Take your time
Take your
event.
time.
Oh, it just said take your time in the corner.
Yep. That's a message of the game in general.
What is this take your heart or steal your heart thing?
So that's where the persona comes from. As in previous ones, there's the shadow world, and it's where people's true selves are. But first, you must rip off your mask to then reveal what your true heart is. That's what these guys are.
Oh, neat.
But it also lets you face, they don't have to animate these guys walking around. They can just be in battle, and then it's a random enemy.
Just like in the old games, it was like a shadow moving around.
So man, look at these menus here. But now I know what I'm doing around here. Let's pull out that gun. F you, buddy! Blam, 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 blam!
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the red shadow coming out of him. A really stark red shadow.
See that? Boom! It took him out. The menus are awesome.
Do you get like a little 3-card Monty game after you beat an enemy? Or what? How does that work?
Not exactly. No, you get. You can make them join your team. You can do the negotiation thing, which it wasn't in Persona 4, but is a Shin Megami Tensei backup. Joker is your code name.
Ooh.
Every team member has a code name.
Code names based on like card things.
No, everybody picks it. It's just one person has Panther, another one has Bones or Skull. I mean, all right.
Shout out to Katie and Doodlebug who are in our chat. As always, guys, if you guys have any questions about Persona, Henry has just reviewed the game, so he can answer them. We will try to keep them spoiler-free. But if you want to know things about the social mechanics or any changes between the last Persona games, let us know. Or if you're like, what the hell is this? I've never heard of this game. We will spiel all about it for you.
Ooh, stealth mode in this game as well. Whoop, and you zip between stealth to then get close.
Well, that seems good.
You can't ambush this guy, but normally in a dungeon you would ambush him. But it's just it's a cool way they changed up exploration. In general, dungeon design is much better. F you. Dungeon design is much better than in Persona 4. Actually, like Persona games usually had very sprawling, hallways. But these are much more like directed. Like, no, this is the layout of a museum or a layout of a castle, and it makes sense. It's not just a bunch of like unending stuff.
That's why it took this game so long to come out.
I know.
They had to design every dungeon instead of just making like a sort of randomized.
And this animation is done by Production IG.
Yeah.
Who are great. And I'd say there's about 30 minutes of cutscenes in total of anime. That might be on the high end. Let's say 20. And then there was also your protagonist is pretty silent, a Persona continuation. In the anime, he talks, obviously. In the anime adaptations, he has to.
That was always super weird for me watching the Persona 4 anime. I was like, oh, he talks.
Yeah.
Of course he talks, but like, weird.
And
he did just say a thing there. But.
He has a definitive name, too. Does this character have a definitive name?
Not yet.
Okay.
When there's an anime adaptation, there likely will be. That's a pretty cool exit, right? Everything's fine.
So his canon name is Henry.
Uh-oh.
Enemies here? What's wrong? Keep reading. It can't be. What happened? An ambush? Joker, can you handle this? Joker! Oh no! Capture him!
Whoa.
Oh man.
So if this was America, they just all shoot him.
Yeah.
Take that.
Perhaps so. But this is a harsh opening here.
Anti-police statement. I'm not sure this is suitable
Ooh.
for... Oh, dang.
Yeah.
See?
Ooh. Right now, that zombie horde.
Crowd surfing.
SWAT team.
Suspect secured. Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this. You were sold out.
Somebody one of your friends sold you out. Who is it? Quite a mystery to start this game with.
They identified him by the lower half of his face. Ooh, I like love
P5.
Nice. I love Persona 4 because there was a mystery. Is it similar to this?
There's a mystery here, but it's not the same. I mean, there's a mystery of who betrayed you on your team. So you've had some truth serum, it would seem. But like, who betrayed you on your team? But it's not. It isn't a murder mystery like P4 was, though.
I mean, the reveal in P4 wasn't great, but I did like the journey.
You know, it was a good surprise.
I liked it up to the reveal, and then post-reveal was where the game started.
Yeah.
Kind of like, once it was like, it's all a giant eyeball thing, you're like, okay, cool.
Of course it was.
Yeah, sure. Oof.
But at this point, that's kind of what you expect from the Shin Megami games, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's all going to be some hellspawn beast.
Yeah,
It's
some-
likely Satan or God,
Some
and you
weird
gotta
corrupting
kill them.
force.
Yeah.
What about
Something that gets too like esoteric
Yeah.
to really become scary. Like, you're just-
I mean, this is intense too. It's just like, oh, what, you think a video won't stop me from beating you? Like, it's,
still haven't figured it out? There are no laws here to protect criminals like
they kind of are Americans, aren't they? Right.
I can't tell if this. Well, I guess this is kind of America, but nobody pulled a gun. Well, all those guns.
There were guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know where this part of the story is happening, but it does take place in Japan, right?
Oh yes, it's all set. Well, very specifically in Shibuya.
So maybe this is America.
crimes led by
Well, there's a problem here with it that they ask it. This can't be America because he asked him for a couple things Americans wouldn't do.
Hmm.
Like, what's your home prefecture?
Well, and the
What's your blood type?
the cop who come there's a cop who's gonna come in to okay, so here's something cool. They make sure to tell you you won't lose anything in the story no matter what difficulty you take. But of course, I'm going normal at the very least. And normal's not that hard. Normal in old Persona games used to be it could be a death sentence. Like normal could be kind of hard, but this is not that bad.
First question from JLC. They want to know: are there improvements to fusing the personas?
Oh my
from the last
god,
one?
so many. If you're a big Shin Megami Tensei fan who thinks Persona is the easy games of the series, you will really like that Fusion has been expanded so much. Like it's so much easier to do. It's much clearer what fusions get it. Like you can sort it by difficulty or level. Like, see, that's what happens if you refuse to put down your name.
Don't expect to walk out of here
What?
in one piece.
They're gonna murder you?
To make you understand, one must take full responsibility for their actions.
This is a very different opening than Persona 4's.
So I'm shipping these guys already.
That's all
Well,
Japanese.
I better say, don't expect to have a same-sex waifu in this game.
Goku 420.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
You're going for
Last name should be 420.
Yeah.
Oh, the prestigious 420 clan. Yeah.
I had called my character Henry Ibushi, the last name after my favorite Japanese pro wrestler right now, Kota Ibushi.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Goku 420.
Hooray.
That is my name.
That seems legit.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty dumb. Like, well, we're going to start this interrogation with you signing something. Like, I'm not signing crap.
Yeah.
Where's my lawyer?
You can keep beating me. I want my lawyer. Okay, now here's
My
your
first
first.
name's poop emoji, followed by 8 poop emojis.
Here's the first appearance of a distinct character, unlike these other dudes.
Business suit.
Yes. Well, that's
Is there
class.
code to these highlighted things?
Not
I'm gonna
really.
Seems
obsess about
arbitrary.
these.
PEV, WIET.
But it's this is classic Japanese things of you don't know the name of the character until they name themselves. But see, we've seen her called Nijima-san, so by this detective.
You prosecutor signed Nijima? There's a call.
Ooh.
Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
All right.
That guy sucks.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation.
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
I'm liking her as a voice actress.
Yeah, there's pretty full voice acting, not in every moment. Which
Yeah.
again, this game's 100 hours long, but
It's like similar to the old games where you'll get voice acting for important scenes and then just dialogue for just random
I'd say it's
people on
about
the street or
yeah,
whatever.
I'd say 30% of the game is fully voiced,
Your time will be
which
precious.
equals about
We can't permit you to
30 to 40 hours of a game. So,
And I have like the old Persona dubs.
though, if you bought it now on the PS4, you can download the Japanese voice actors if you prefer
Yeah.
hearing Japanese VO.
Really?
Yep.
Too much to
That's-
put on the disc.
That's how I played Persona 4 the second time. I did it with Japanese VO.
Now, Daniel's pointing out that That detective must be a very good detective to know that woman was getting a phone call in her pocket from
Yes.
her own boss.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on.
I could read the screen through your pants.
Those bastards. See, that shows you that she's maybe not so bad because she knows they went too far.
Also, they kind of left a weapon in the room with their
It does seem dangerous, doesn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's like they wouldn't even leave you with a pen.
And I can't stop them. That's why I need you to answer me.
I ain't snitching.
I don't have much time either.
Caladans asks, Henry, how do you like the cast of Persona 5 overall compared to P3 and P4?
Look, I didn't fall in love with any character. Morgana is my favorite of them, and there's also a couple cool late game ones. But you can never love them as much as your first loves of
First Persona waifus.
I mean, Teddy and Chie, I love, and Kanji.
I love Chie original voice model.
Oh, not as big a fan of new Chie.
Don't like new Chie.
But Kanji was also my favorite. I just, this game also has similar issues with not fully committing to a gay character as they did with Kanji as well, which as somebody who likes seeing gay characters in video games,
I need to know. This is my case after all.
It's going to be pretty momentous, the day we get,
When and where did you find out
just a
about that?
proper gay character in a very Japanese game.
Yeah. Well,
That,
in Fire Emblem,
that's
you
not
can.
hugely problematic.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem's
They finally did it the last game. There were
Right,
still
you're
problematic
right.
bits in there. I agree. Yeah.
it was a little problematic, but you're right. I think that's definitely the best so far.
Of Japanese developed games, for major publishers. Yeah.
Yeah. So all you
Alright.
got to do is have 1,800 different wives, and then you can get one dude.
Ooh.
Then you
yeah.
miss out on all that content.
But you can't have a child with him because there's dragons exist here, but that
It's not like you can adopt anyone.
You can't
Yeah,
just magic you up a
two
baby.
men can't create a baby in this world of dragons and time
Like,
travel.
also gender changing potions too. Does that
There's
happen?
all these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JLC points out that Enchanted Arms also has a gay character.
That's
Oh.
true. So you see, this
Also
is
true.
some meta moments here. It's truly an unjust game. Your chance of winning is almost done.
But if my voice is reaching
Ooh, the Velvet Room theme.
Ah, yes, the Velvet Room.
I beg you, please overcome this game.
Ooh,
She's actually asking you to beat the game.
pretty much.
Also, if you die in the game, you die in real life. So
Just heads up.
So this
see.
contextualize your bonds as the memories you're having in as you tell your story back. So it makes the bonds even more important. It started half a year ago, so this is 6 months from the first day. So September.
Future, as well as your own. You must remember.
So was this guy just like masquerading as a high school student, still going to class and also being a master thief at night or something? I'm wondering how he pulled that off. If he just gonna go back to school.
Yes, he's kind of Peter Parkering it.
I see.
After he discovers the metaverse and his ability to transform into his Lupin persona, his Phantom Thief persona. Well,
Oh,
now here's the traditional persona opening.
Megane.
That means glasses.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, sometimes, used interchangeable with 4 eyes, right?
yeah.
Kind of calling someone 4 eyes.
I think so. If anime's taught me anything.
I guess it's like calling someone glasses. Hey,
Hey,
glasses.
glasses.
But, okay, so here's the tragic story of the lead character.
Damn brat!
What?
That did not go the direction I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Well, this has an interesting message about just society letting people down and how you're branded by society isn't who you are.
What are the
And-
cops gonna do? Believe a woman?
Well, so the guy you did that to is a very connected guy.
I see.
So he has the power, and then he can just say he then made your life hell, and now you have a criminal record, and you're trying to start over your life on parole. This is Shibuya. It is beautiful. That is the crossing. That's like the Times
is-
Square of Tokyo.
It is the mecca for nerds.
I like that, like, even Japanese games are just like, yeah, we'll just show that
You
place,
know where
right?
you are.
That's what you guys know.
Well, as somebody who's visited Shibuya, it is a great recreation of how dingy it is too. Like, or how, in parts it can be. It's not just like beautiful Shibuya in the 109 building, like right there, or the Undertale. If you played World Ends With You or Tokyo Mirage Sessions, or there's a lot of games set in Shibuya, but those are the two that bring to mind for me.
Like, wasn't one of the Devil Summoners also like?
Devil Summoner 1, the first Devil Summoner is all in the Yamanote Circle. So everything that's on the Yamanote line of trains, which you will be riding a lot in this game, like, is in it. So
That was just Aurora Borealis, right?
yeah. It's just
Aurora Borealis in Shibuya.
Can I see it? This is an interesting thing for the menus, that this is the first Persona game they made since smartphones existed.
That's hilarious.
So,
Hey, yeah,
so your
you don't get that
character,
little flip phone.
and it's great. Your characters have smartphones, and so you occasionally will just get like a text from somebody saying, "Hey, you can do a social link with me right now. Like, let's do it."
I do like seeing all the defeated salarymen.
Yes.
walking around, like,
Yeah, they're all hunched
There's
over,
been nothing.
like,
Everything's been taken from me.
The objectives are much
they're,
more clear
like,
before.
They're wearing their masks.
But this is also beautiful because
Cold flu season, guys.
I literally have been in this station. Like, I have been on where he's standing. I have been there, and it's just like magical. Ooh, what's on this poster?
The apartment's prices displayed here. Okay, that just was telling you what that poster was on.
Okay. Yeah, most signs aren't localized, so, but these are also the type of signs you'll see in train stations, and like, man. And it's even got the same, like, this sign here, like, with the English on it to Central Gate. That is exactly, sorry, I'm really
Japan.
weaving out here. I'm sorry.
Oh, cool, Henry. Some of us haven't been there.
Neither of you guys have been there?
No.
I know
I
Bob
haven't
hasn't,
been
but-
there. It's gonna happen.
I almost went for like a game event, and it was the same time as finals for like
Aw.
college, and I was like seriously considering failing a class. Like,
I'd probably have done it.
we're like, I'll take these all next semester. That's just a bunch of money down the drain. No problem.
So here's kind of your home base area in Shibuya. Unfriendly officer. Oh no.
Oh no. He's all digi now. Looks like a Yakuza game.
All right. So, yeah, you can. It's always got that map inlaid there. It's very helpful. This is the first pretty open-ish world. It's not like GTA, but what are these people talking
the Persona 3 and 4 maps are just kind of like one straight line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
there's just a street.
and your camera is free now.
Camera.
The
Camera.
camera.
So it's more like running down between alleys. Is there a lot of stuff to?
There's a lot of alleys.
or-
Well, you can see here. Can I pull up the map now? Nope. Haven't put up yet.
You haven't deserved that right
But
yet.
you can see the map there. Like, that's everything I can go to. Like, there's the movie theater, there's the local shop, there's the batting cages,
Yes.
there's the cafe. Here's the place where I can buy health items. There's the recycling shop. There's the washing machine and the onsen, all of which have important gameplay uses.
I like how it's they don't really waste a lot of space. You're not running around for no reason.
Well, it's very
pretty
tightly
compact.
packed.
Yeah.
It's also compact
Yeah.
in city design in Japan too. Like, oh, all right, this is Soju Sakura's house. It's funny too because Sakura I always think is like a feminine name, but this is the name of the dude who is taking you in.
That's his family name though, not his first name, right?
Yeah. They don't do it. Maybe he's gone out.
No one's home. Chat saying Frump Leora says his pants rule, and I totally agree. I want some
Yeah.
red tartan pants.
Yeah, they have very fashionable school uniforms at the school he attends. All right, so that guy's telling me to go to Cafe LeBlanc, which is the name of the author of Lupin.
Ah.
Let's see, where is... there's LeBlanc, right. Down this way. And
So
here's
I like-
Cafe LeBlanc, and it's so just like a little hole-in-the-wall cafe. It's,
Curry. Yeah.
oh my god, yeah, the curry is the best.
Is that the ramen of this game?
It is the ramen of this
Yes,
game. He
good.
makes curry.
Curry is
I'll go
superior to
inside.
ramen. I'm
I
gonna go on the
agree.
record.
Hell yeah.
Is there like the bottomless curry bowl like
Actually, it's a
All the-
burger here. in this
burger,
game.
alright.
It's a galaxy burger.
You are trapped in the world of endless beef or whatever.
So, I mean, Bob,
like
you...
in between Zone and Catherine now.
Boy, this sounds like some weird stuff is going on in Tokyo.
A poison gang is tagging up the streets of Tokyo. Or no, wrong
What
one.
is going on? Didn't something similar happen just the other day?
Someone on Twitter said that's Dr. Venture.
You know, he
Sounds
really
like
is.
Dr.
He has those tiny shoulders. Well, when he dresses up, when he goes out fancy and puts on his hat, he looks like Jigen
yeah.
from Lupin as well.
Okay.
it's
Chat's
something.
asking if all Japanese high schoolers battle supernatural demons after school.
In my experience,
Yes,
uh,
it's
Yeah.
actually
when they're,
true.
when they're not going to clubs, or if Saving the World Club is just the club they're all in.
I mean, you got to get in school clubs to be social and for college requirements. You look like a loser if you're not part of a club. All right, blah blah blah. Small talk with the old people, and they stick around. So Sakura doesn't. LeBlanc is not a very popular cafe,
4 hours for just a single.
but he takes great pride in his work. And
Yeah.
please take care of me.
Daddy.
I love the weird answers in this.
I'm Sojiro Sakura. You'll be in my
So he acts tough, but he's actually a big sweetie. That's. Sorry to spoil things.
Is
a
this
little
like your
bit there.
community service or something? Or
Well,
what?
yeah. So this is. I learned a little bit about how the criminal justice system works in Japan in this game too. That he is on probation, and people, for like basically a government stipend, can take in people on probation and watch over them. And so that's the situation here. It's also just to give him a new start in a new school because he can't. His parents sent him there.
It's like a work release program or something.
Kinda, yeah.
follow me.
But yeah, he makes. All right, here's your home.
This is your room.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Well, it's about
Oh, yeah.
rebuilding your room, so it's part of the plot too.
Just literal garbage in there.
Say something.
Ooh,
Uh,
it's big. I'm gonna be nice.
It's on you to clean up the rest. I'll be leaving after I lock up each day. You'll be alone at night, but don't do anything.
So is he a better Persona dad than Dad in Persona 4?
oh god, no way. There
No,
couldn't possibly-
Dojima's the best.
Dojima, yeah.
Oh,
I forgot his
Dojima.
name.
Sakura's fine. Sakura's cool. I like Sakura a lot, but Dojima's the best. But they both have the same kind of like gruff caring of just like, hey, look, I'm lawful good. Like, though he also Sakura's kind of a ladies' man, and he has a funny line early on. See, he got injured, then sued you. Is that right? Early on, he says, "Don't give me your phone number. I don't have men's phone numbers on in my phone." Like,
Now that you've got a criminal record,
see, you thought you did the right thing, and now society's punishing you for doing it. And you know you're innocent, but the world judges you as a criminal.
I do sense a theme here.
It's all about bucking your reputation. And the masks you wear.
Oh.
And then if people are like,
Indeed.
well, if they're going to treat me
Yeah.
like a criminal, then I'll become one.
Oh no, the criminal justice system creates criminals.
Yeah.
I am in the rest.
Breaking news.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, I imagine that's probably not as big of a thing in Japan than it is in America.
Word that applies to
I do think on the whole, less crimes are reported in Japan too. Crimes
Yeah.
can happen, but they're not reported.
They're underreported, especially ones actually involving sexual assault, like in the opening of this game.
We'll be going to Shujin tomorrow.
Shujin Academy. I know that.
Shujin Academy, the school.
It's where you got your pants.
We'll introduce ourselves properly to the staff. There's rarely a place that'll accept someone like you, you know? What a waste of my
You have to use all your days wisely in this. And actually, this
Yeah,
is just 5 days from now.
How is the time management in this game compared to the other ones?
Well, thanks to they give you a lot more alerts of, hey, you should really hang out with this person today, or you're about to reach another level on your social links, so you should do this. You know, so they make it a lot more clear, but there still will be days you're like, oh no, I wasted a whole freaking day. Crap. Yeah, but so it's less like that. But my feeling with Persona always has been, you live your life, and that is your life. Like, don't go for the optimal. Don't think you have to have the optimal playthrough of it.
I would say don't go to GameFAQs and be like, what is every decision I need to make for...
What do I do today?
Yeah.
Now what do I do this day?
So
like, you can find that answer there, but it's no fun.
Yeah. I like to play through it once, and then, depending on how much I like it. Like, in Persona 4, I went and, like, maxed out everything and did the perfect run on it and
Right.
stuff. And it really was... It was a grind.
Yeah, it
like,
was.
And just, like, having to figure out things to balance it. But...
It's like, no, I have to study this night and then do the eating challenge this night.
Yeah.
And, though, also, if you saw there in some of the cutscenes, you have the fast forward button, which was also in Persona 4 Golden. So if you're replaying a scene, like if you have to go back to an old save and replay a scene, you can just hit options. Which was start. You hit options, and then it fast forwards through the scene.
On Xbox One, it's like stink lines.
Yeah.
One of the ones is stink
it's
lines.
like, yeah, press lines. Or square next to square. Like...
See, Sakura's insisting he's not your parent, but he is your parent. Like, he's... sorry, getting a lot of text here.
One day.
Yeah, so this is the important thing to know. They explain all this stuff, too, but, like...
Going to bed is a special action.
Yes, if you go to bed... in your wonderful bed here, if you go to bed, your day is over. You can't do more stuff, and you'll start the next day in school. And so, you have to get all you can out of the day, just for leveling up purposes. Change, you go to sleep, baby.
But not today.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else to do. Like...
Yeah, again, I'll say as a negative about this game that is true for every Persona game. They're not going to let go of the leash until about 6 hours in.
Yeah.
But this is still a good opening, but at least they give you that action at the beginning.
It's not quite as, like, prosaic as the 3 and 4 openings, where it's just, like, go to school, sit in class, next day, go to school, sit in class.
Until something weird happens.
Yeah.
This one, they're just like, I had to go home early. So now we're flashing back here. My old neighborhood in my hometown. Uh-oh.
We got a few weird questions coming from chat. Is there a new game plus?
I cannot say. I believe there's a more advanced difficulty that opens up after you beat it.
Probably. They're kind of always something in there.
But I assume the new game plus is just going to be when they remake this. Oh man, what's going on here? Hey, stop that, Baldo.
Golden.
Don't give me that shit.
Your two options are...
I have to do this. I have to do this.
Well, it's also a memory. You can't change it.
What a waste of time. You think you're worth causing me trouble? Huh?
I'll call the police.
Call them if you want. The police are my bitches. They're not gonna take it.
Plus, that guy is Agent 47.
I own the police.
Yeah.
Someone called the cops, huh? Get in the car.
Uh-oh.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths.
I thought in the anime version of this, the guy had hair. I don't
Did
remember
he?
him.
I haven't watched the... Oh, no, he didn't. They kind of cut around him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he had hair too.
Is there an anime version of this game
So
yet?
they did a 1-episode special, like, to set it up, but they haven't done the adaptation yet.
This is all because you're so
Beat him up with your purse, man.
Get in the car.
Yeah, you always have that awesome little backpack with you. So frustrating. My life was ruined just for doing the right thing. Beep, 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 beep. That app won't go away.
It is neat in a Persona game to see a smartphone. I just remember them taking their phones out and like unfolding them
Flip.
in the old games.
Like, and then you get a phone call. Oh god, talking.
Just
Who
DM
talks
me.
on phone? Nobody talks on phones in this game. It's very rare. It's starting to get heavy. Ooh.
So I dual stream these out to my channel as well, just to like get these broadcasts. So shout out to Alex who just donated to my stream for some reason.
Wow.
Thank you
man.
so much. You should follow
Lucky you.
Get Fandom on Twitch as well. That's where we are, and that's who he is.
Yeah.
We do these a lot. Thank you so much for supporting it.
Yeah.
thank
Again,
you.
if you're just joining us, I have reviewed the game, so I'm open to more questions about Persona 5, I've played a lot more. We're starting out at the beginning, but
Cosplaying as Cody from Street Fighter.
oh, you're so right.
Classic, like,
oh, Cody.
silent movie jail costume.
Yeah.
So yeah, this Velvet Room, not as chill as the limousine Velvet Room from Persona 4.
Yeah, is it always
And-
bondage themed when you show up in it?
Yeah, you're always in jail.
Oh, good. And,
like
an ancient woman who looks like a 12-year-old?
these two twins,
That
they're
is somebody's fetish.
They're your
Definitely.
They're your wardens here.
That's there's like a whole new anime that started. I mean, it's like very common, but one of the new ones that Zuleika was recommending was like, it's also like, oh, it's about this ancient like 1,000-year-old witch girl who looks like a 7-year-old. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
Say no more.
cool.
But there's the only recurring character of Persona, Big Nose himself.
Trickster, welcome to.
I like his old voice.
Yeah, I miss his old voice.
It doesn't seem like that should be coming out of that guy.
I know. But I don't know, maybe this is what the Persona developers finally play the American version. Like, what? Igor
Yeah.
sounds like that. Change it.
The you in reality is currently fast asleep. You are only experiencing this as a dream. You're in the presence of our master.
Man, Justine's mean.
Chat's currently asking about who develops apps for these demon world things.
Igor is very engaged in the app world. Well, all these demons. If I were the demons looking to make contracts with human souls, I would definitely be getting into apps.
I mean, think of cell phone contracts. They're just as bad.
Hey.
Am I right, everybody? Modern day problem.
It is so funny that Igor still in the HD world. He still has the detail he had on a PlayStation, like
Yeah.
an original
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Well, I like his well rendered nose.
Yes. Ah, damn.
We were pointing out that Persona 4 Dancing All Night also featured smartphones. In fact, its plot was centered around
yes.
the mobile website for
That is true.
an idol thing. But that game does not count because it was dumb.
Yeah, look, I didn't want to.
Kind of ruined Persona a little bit.
The rhythm game was fun, but like the 20-hour visual novel attached to it was kind of
my-
tedious.
yeah.
I was not expecting it to be that long.
It would be like a full hour between songs.
Yeah.
You would just be like, shit.
But still,
okay.
I loved Nanako's song, the remix of Juness.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
Dun.
Super good.
I still don't buy why these characters are helping an idol team like rehearse. It doesn't make sense. You can try to make it make sense, but
Yeah.
they didn't have fun with the idea.
You
They're
see
like, no,
one
this
of
is
it-
serious. It fits in the canon. This really happened.
Yeah, they totally just like had it. And it was funny that they like had kanji be normal kanji, but they kept being like, after this is done, I'm going back to how I look now because I'm not a punk. It's like, no, you're a punk, man. Like,
Yeah.
like that special ending in Golden did not happen.
I didn't
All
like,
right.
you know, I gotta say, I really didn't like that Kanji was like, now that I know I'm not gay, I can be normal. I was like, eh, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
I
button
didn't
up.
finish.
Me and Naoto are gonna date. And you're like, yeah, cool. Way to ruin both characters.
Yeah.
Fell swoop.
Oh my god, I really hated, like, I wanted to go down the dating path with Naoto, and then at the end of it, she asked, like, would you like me to talk more girly? I was like, no.
I
F
love
that. I'm not rewriting, like, start acting more like a woman for me, a man. Like, yuck. I hated that.
I never finished Golden. I only played through on the PS2 the whole thing, so I never got the Breakfast Club ending you guys are talking about.
You know, it wasn't bad as an epilogue. It was just like, oh, here's where everybody is. But the more you dig into, especially Naoto and Kanji, you're just like, I don't like where you took these guys.
Yeah.
It feels like they both realized it. Both amounted to it was just a phase.
It turns
Don't
out the
worry,
status quo was really good.
Yeah, they're not as disgusting as you feared. See, that is Jigen. Like, look at that. Like,
Or it's
he's a dandy now.
he is a bit of a dandy, Sojiro.
Yeah.
do you like
Well,
Cuban music?
I mean, he is that guy. Like, he is very obsessed with coffee. And will tell you everything about how to make the perfect cup of coffee. Though the way they describe his curry is so good, I'm just like, oh, I just want to eat this curry right now.
That's like how in Catherine, when they describe like booze in great detail, and you can decide which booze to drink.
Yeah.
I'd always get just like completely plastered in Catherine when I played.
Well, when you're in his cafe in this game too, there's definitely moments of like, oh, this is Catherine here. Like, this is what you learn from Catherine. These tight spaces.
I really got to go back and play Catherine.
It's
Replay
I mean, I repurchased it digitally on Xbox 360 because it is backwards compatible and it was like $4. Don't like you, Principal.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Is he from Marvel Comics?
The Principal's pretty ridiculous.
You might have done a variety variety of things in hiding in your
And in Japanese, he's known as
gosh.
Eggman.
Yeah.
our school. There will be
Principal Eggman.
Principal Eggman.
This is the teacher in charge.
Hey, it's my homeroom teacher.
I'm Sadayoko.
Hey,
Hello,
Kawakami.
teacher.
I like her. Yes, she is so old. She's 29 and not
Oh my
married.
God.
She may as well just kill herself.
She should be in a nursing home.
I know. They literally do have jokes like that.
That is
It's
a weird trope I see in like anime about teachers and stuff. There's
Uh-huh.
always like the bitter 28-year-old female teacher who is not married. Like,
It's like you're gonna be an old maid, and her parents are constantly going like, "Look, I'll set you up.
yeah,
I found a guy."
and all the creepy teachers are hitting on her.
Yeah,
Azumanga Daioh is like that. GTO, the animations like that. There's like, I don't know.
it is
It's a trope.
definitely a trope, and she is in that trope as well.
Though, why me?
She doesn't want to take care of the.
JLC wants to know if it's not spoilery. Do any other characters from other Persona games show up?
It's a little too spoilery.
So yes, but we won't tell you who or how or why.
Henry, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is the amount of playable party members smaller than in previous games? It seems like it is.
It's a 4-man team.
Okay, because
4-person.
I mean, in terms of the amount of characters you can possibly get in your party.
It's like 8. It's
8?
Yeah,
Okay.
You can.
I only ever see like those 4 people in the opening.
Same here,
Yeah.
I wonder what character.
Well,
Is Morgana like?
in that opening, Morgana
the-
is a teammate as well.
Yeah.
So
They're
there's
not
the,
dateable.
No. There's
Forget
no.
this game.
Your social
No.
link with your. I'll just say your social link with her is a bit him. Sorry, it's a woman voices it, and it's a woman's voice, a woman's name. Anyway,
Very confusing.
A woman voices Goku, so.
Morgana's social link path is very similar to Teddy's,
Okay.
where it's just like you can't hang out with Teddy early in Persona 4, so it's just like, well, you reached a point in the storyline. Hey, your social link went up with Morgana.
So do you have social links with random NPCs? Like I remember Persona
Yep.
4 is like, it's a lonely girl.
Yeah, though
I'm gonna
there's
hang out with this child.
yeah,
You-
pretty
The
much.
basketball club captain.
There's not as much of that club crap, but because nobody wants you in their club because you're a bad boy.
You could be in the Bad Boys Club.
Yeah. So
Grr,
you are the
ugh.
kanji of this game. Jersey wearing teacher.
This guy is the worst. Like Kamoshida he's a bad man.
It's like Adam Driver.
Kamoshida goes to some dark places, man.
I feel like there's more animation even in the portraits than in past games.
Oh yeah, tons of animation. This is also the first truly HD Persona game.
Oh my God.
That's how long it took him to make this.
Yeah, Persona 4 original release was December 2008 in America.
Yeah.
So the
So,
PlayStation 2
Yes. And
came out on the PS2 2 years after PS3 launched.
Yeah, so
That's
the,
why
I'm
no
glad I
one
kept mine
remembered.
around.
the Persona team made Catherine as their test of how to make games on a PS3, and then they just took like 8 years to make this game.
Yeah, yesterday I saw.
But you can feel it in every moment of this. Like, yeah, this looks like it took that long.
There was a tweet yesterday someone put out that said this is the last day you can retweet this, and it's a promo image for Persona 5, and it says Winter 2014,
On PS3.
and it's all the chairs with like the shackles by their feet or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh, right. The tournament's
So this game is took a bit to cook in the oven.
Yeah, alright, this is all just building up. Look, Kamoshida just sucks. Like, he's...
So do you guys think?
Not in a fun way, he's a bad guy.
I think you put this out there, Henry, when we were talking about Persona. You are assuming that maybe Persona 6 won't take as long because they built the framework. Like,
So-
4 followed 3 pretty quickly.
4 followed 3 so fast because they're like, alright, finally we have an engine, let's just make another thing on that engine. So, I could expect a Persona 6 by 2020, I'd hope. And we'll see.
Part of the delay, I was reading interviews, I don't know how long ago, it was like the director saying, making these games is really hard, and we don't want to do that again for a while, so
Yeah.
just hold on for a bit, like, because I feel like for Persona 4's development was like super crunch time.
Yeah, I think they, why did you take me in?
I was asked to do it, and I just
No, he doesn't want him in, he cares.
He's got a heart of gold under that flashy outfit.
Yes. His trilby.
It's not a fedora!
Yeah. I see another train accident causing traffic. Alright, and about it, my first day of school here. Oh, wait, no, I need this cutscene first.
Yeah, more anime cutscenes.
So, it wouldn't also be a Shin Megami Tensei game if there wasn't a train accident.
Oh, right.
There's often... train accidents are a recurring theme in the Shin Megami Tensei world. What's this guy?
I think that's just an inborn fear if you're a Japanese person, because lots of people ride trains more than in America.
Yeah.
Sort of like we probably fear car accidents more than train accidents.
Well, I read this very interesting article about, it was more like a tweet thread, but it was still interesting, about how in the 70s, Japan had one of the highest, traffic mortality rates in the world.
Wow.
And that they've just invested big time after that in just, not just stricter laws, but better city layouts, and then also, teaching kids in school from the beginning of no, here's how to safely cross the street. And then now they have one of the safest traffic in the world.
So they spent money wisely.
But
to counteract all that harm that Initial D did.
Too much drifting.
Well, their point in the 70s was that to a bunch of people, more people could buy cars than ever before in Japanese history in the 70s. And so you just had a ton of new drivers, but with cities that were not laid out for cars, so just so many blind corners. It's also why, if you've been to Tokyo especially, there's tons of bridge walkways over traffic, tons of them everywhere. That's, again, to get people out of the street and not get run over.
Smart.
Yeah, guys, sorry, the FMVs do not have subtitles, it seems.
Sorry, I forgot to put those on.
Yeah, you can turn them on, but...
Okay.
But look, I can just tell you real quick there. That's the prosecutors say, Nijima, and that's her boss. And the boss is telling her not to care about these things. Well, it seems like he's got an agenda to bury something here. It's interesting. Meanwhile, she wants to investigate more.
I assume that's just because when you're in a bureaucracy for long enough, you learn to not care and not get invested. You just are part of the machine, you do your job, and you go home.
Well, that guy, it's took him a long time to get up to that level. What's he going to cause trouble?
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Too specifically drawn to be a random NPC.
Yeah.
Not quite. I want your opinion on something.
Sure. Your judgment is quite often correct. Can we discuss this over sushi, perhaps? You are making a student work late after all.
Conveyor belt.
Hey, even the automated sushi places you go to in Japan have really good sushi.
I love those.
But that guy, I'm not going to tell you his name because honestly you won't meet him till July in the game, or June. You won't meet him till June. It's a long time. Wasn't able to open the cafe. I lost all these money. You're costing me money, kid. The only thing I can read on that sign back there is curry. That his specialty curry is 850 yen, about $8. That's a good price for a pretty good curry. I'd pay that.
They're going back
Look at that old ass phone, man.
They're going back to the city for this Persona game. Do you miss the rural parts of Persona?
No, I mean I prefer being in Tokyo. Inaba was a nice area, and I liked how. And it was part of the story too of basically Walmart has moved in and is ruining the city. But then they kind of make you want to feel bad for Walmart. You're like, I don't feel bad for Walmart.
But that's Junes, right?
Yes,
and
Junes is Walmart,
Junpei's dad or...
no, Yosuke's dad.
Yosuke is Junpei, basically. He's the same character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without a dorky head.
Ooh, who's calling you?
Oh.
Hot date.
I'll be there in I'll see you soon. Well, I'm off. I'll lock the place up. Do whatever you want for the rest of the night. Oh, but don't mess up my store. If something goes missing, I'll hand you right.
Ooh, tough talk.
You got school tomorrow. Better head off to bed, right?
I'm sure my first day of school will go so easily. No problems will occur.
For now.
Yes. Well, actually, yeah. I should do as I'm told for now. All right. That's how you save. But oh yeah, as long as you're not in the dungeon, you can save anytime. As that thing just said.
So this is not the first time you can save your game, right?
No, I could have saved it a little earlier, but this is the first time they tell you can save it. And save early and often, and maybe use multiple things if you want that, but just in case there's maybe an important choice you want to test.
I like that even the save menu is built with a cool UI.
Every menu, I want the rest of the menus to pop up here. Every menu is the best in this game.
I really hate when I save in a PS4 game and it's like the default system level UI that's really slow.
Yeah, and Mass Effect Andromeda's menus look like dog crap next to this.
They do look like just even dated for what type of game that is.
The phone's ringing here.
What kind of phone is that?
Is this a prank call?
I think that's what payphones look like in Japan.
Yes, that's that's something in Japan too that I noticed. That I'm just saying this about where I've been to in Tokyo. That in older places they don't replace their payphones. Like this payphone worked fine in 1981, and it still is what we're using. We're not replacing it.
Kind of indestructible.
Yeah, I mean I love those giant ass phones. All right, time to swap that old door sign to closed. And you can see now in HD detail, it is still having the open sign.
Nice.
So let's head outside. It won't let me have a conversation with anybody else or go anywhere, so I just have to close the sign door. What? Yep, and flip.
Gameplay.
Yes. So the coffee siphon, I can use this to make coffee, which can... but it takes time to make coffee. You lose one of your time slots if you do that.
How many things can you do before you go to bed?
I can't do anything right now. But
how many things do they give you to do?
Just one. You have afternoon and evening, and some things are both afternoon and evening. And then on weekends you have afternoon, evening. But sometimes you only have one thing. And if you go into dungeons, as before, you can only go into dungeons. Boy. Why am I crazy? Let's look in the fridge here. That's nice. But yeah, Sojima teaches you how to make coffee later, which is good. It's the only thing that moves up your SP, or it's your, your MP equivalent in here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to bed. I think I did everything I can. Need to go to trains. Yongan, Jaya, transfer. Don't worry, you don't actually have to know when trains go.
Memorize the train lines in
Highly
this game.
accurate train schedules.
I mean, it is too.
WN, all the signs are in Japanese, and they're figured out.
Apple, go away. Time to delete it again.
Come play, my lord.
Games for adults only. Those ads.
I think those have stopped.
Or maybe Google knows to not track you anymore for those.
Yeah.
For those of you just joining us, we are Henry, Bob, and Jack from Fandom. We are playing Persona 5, which released today. It's the new hotness.
Oh, yeah.
We're done with Zelda. We're over Mass Effect Andromeda. Persona 5 is what everyone cares about now.
Everything else is trash.
Yeah.
I do love this game.
It's the best game ever this week.
I gave it a 5 out of 5, and I feel that.
Is that our first 5 out of 5?
No, Zelda was.
Oh, that's right. Zelda was that's a good one too.
So
that's
pretty
good.
We've had 2 5 out of 5s in the 2 months we've been reviewing the numbers, but yeah, but they both deserve it.
I politely request the game industry to stop making games until 2018 because I need to play everything.
Curry for breakfast. I'm just wanting curry right now.
I would also accept, this would be terrible, but if they figure out a way to do it, I would take all games being episodically released. Like, here's episode 1 of Zelda, and I'd be like, that was amazing. And it's like, great, now play episode 1 of Persona while you wait for episode 2, and then just, like, it could be my whole year.
Instead of balancing 5 100-hour games.
Yeah. To rush through.
Do you guys think that 2017 has been one of the best years for games already? Just in
pretty
6
much
months,
every year has sucked of games for new gen until now.
It's like Zelda reinvented itself, Resident Evil reinvented itself, Nier reinvented itself.
Oh my god, Resident Evil 7 feels like that sounds like 2 years ago to me now.
It was all the way back in January. That does seem like a while, but yeah, everyone loved it. It sold really well. The series is going places. It's
all right. So.
Chat's asking, Bob, did you finish Yakuza 0?
No,
that also happened.
That's another game that's
I'm balancing. Hours.
Yeah, well, I got to the second character, Majima, and I really liked what I played with the first chapter, or the first chunk of the game. So I am going to go back to that. But everything is coming out at once. I can't help it.
Yeah, I'm going like nuts with everything that's coming out.
Yeah, Yakuza 0 is great. Please play it.
Another great Sega joint. This is technically a Sega game. This isn't even that crowded for a morning train ride.
They didn't have to have someone in the back whose job it is to push you all in with a broom, so it's not a proper commute.
And I do love looking at those LCD screens to distract you from being shoved together with people. Because there's not even really space to like hold your phone in front of you to look at it. Like, it is tight.
That's why you need Google Glass.
See, JL lines are even the JL, just like in Japan, they're really JR, the Japanese Railroad, but they're JL in this. And the Ginza line is the one you'd take. Yeah, that's but yeah, this is a train transfer. I'd have to do a train transfer. That's the Big Bang Burger, where you do the burger challenge to bring up your guts.
Animal
Excellent.
style.
And here's where you can buy more tickets, but I don't need that now, though. And what are these kids talking about?
Man, it didn't work. JLC points out that Final Fantasy VII's remake is episodic, so
That's
I got
right.
my wish. So
Yeah.
I actually good. That will possibly make me beat it.
In 2019, when the first one comes out.
Yeah, you know.
All right, I'm cutting in front of all you guys. Oh, dang it. I went to the wrong train.
So you do
This
have
doesn't-
to memorize the lines, apparently.
Look, normally you don't. There's very easy fast travel. But yes. So in Japan and in here, JL lines is a totally separate line from private subways like the Ginza line. So you do need to leave the JL line or the JR line and then go to the private Ginza line.
There's similar
Switching
things.
from Bart to Muni.
Yeah, or Caltrain or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that, yeah. All right. Boy. Oh, yeah, wait. I have to go upstairs. Yeah, I have to go up and out. See, Ginza line. I should be following the signs. They're right there. All
Right.
Whoop,
Good thing
up.
you
I like that
run
your
through
quest
people.
is to like live an honest student life.
All right, I'll just go. All right. This way, then? Nope. Okay. Your ticket doesn't go there. You can't walk that way. All right. So, do I get to go above ground in Shibuya at this point? Okay. So this is the big spot. This is actually pretty neat because last year, what was basically a Persona game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, came out for Wii U,
and it was that too.
And it's this same area. Like this is the exit from Shibuya Station to the big central street. This whole thing is in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and it's fun to play in both. But this is the landmark of it, the Hachiko statue.
Oh, I love that pup.
Buchiko!
But he's Buchiko here.
You don't want to get sued by Hachiko's
Yeah.
estate.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is
Just
a
like in that
landmark.
Richard Gere movie.
It's so easy to say, like, when you're with friends there, I'll meet you at Hachiko. Let's just meet at Hachiko. And actually, right here was where I'm standing, was where I was interviewed for a Japanese TV station out of
Awesome.
nowhere.
So how would you compare this to Tokyo Mirage Sessions? I want to buy that game, so I will eventually play it.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is happier and brighter and quicker than this, but it's not as deep. And there aren't really the social links in it. If you love social links, it doesn't. It sort of has that, but not really.
But it's worth playing.
Oh, absolutely. My
Okay.
favorite game of last year, probably.
Wow.
You have to keep your Wii U plugged in.
Yeah, you also have to keep your...
I still love my Wii U.
There's, you know...
It lived an honest life.
Yes, there...
I would say, not
I think
controversially, way better than Dreamcast, another short-lived console. It
Yeah,
least it had more
Wii
than
U
1 year of
better
life.
Than Dreamcast. Okay.
Wii U.
The Wii U.
Yeah,
Is better than the Dreamcast.
I would say yes.
In terms of just like the number of
The number of really
quality
good games, yeah. And it lived for 4 years instead of 1.
But Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I loved playing it last year
Did
because...
it really live for 4 years?
It lived an honest life.
when this game got delayed like 8 times, I then was like, oh cool, I can just play. I'll just play Tokyo Mirage Sessions since I'll never get Persona 5, and this will just be good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut in front of all you people. I'm not gonna trust this line.
That's one of the many exclusives that honestly should be somewhere else, but not like that. Bayonetta 2, Xenoblade Chronicles X, which will never be anywhere else.
Though that game also was all in Japanese. I mean, with English text, but Nintendo was not going to spend all the money needed to get English language dialogue for Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
I remember being, maybe I was at a conference or watching a Nintendo Direct, but they showed the trailer for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and at the end it was like the Krusty the Clown, like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Like, there was no logo, there was nothing, no subtitles, it was just like, what?
Well, because it was just the exact same trailer they showed in Japan, which is like, isn't this cool? It's in Shibuya. Everybody recognizes Shibuya, and it's full of idols singing songs, and you know what idols are and can understand these songs. Like,
I just remembered it is also a Fire Emblem game, but they seem to want to
Yes.
hide that fact.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
like, we're going to tell you it's a Fire Emblem game with the secret code on the box.
yeah,
Really,
it's
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
you didn't know it was
Tokyo Mirage,
Isn't like
it's a crossover of Shin Megami Tensei meets Fire Emblem.
officially.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just thought it embodied both of those games.
It's a Persona game, except your personas that you summon are characters from Fire Emblem games.
Well, and I don't want to play.
It's an amazing game. Nobody played it.
Why didn't they tell? Why on the box? Fire Emblem meets this.
I have no fucking clue.
It's like
I have no effing clue.
It's a mature rated game. We can swear on this one.
Yeah. Oh, who's this? That's Aunt Tamaki. She is.
one of your,
she is an early team member. Yes, and she's. Ooh.
And
So
just like screwing.
Well, she is. You also are supposed to react to just like, wait, this lovely blonde girl with huge hair. Like she is biracial or like hafu or no hapa. That's what they call it. But,
okay. Oh no.
Johnny Big Chin.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
Tokyo
Professor
Mirage
Skis.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions. The full title is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp Sign FE.
Yes.
So that's to imply Fire Emblem is part of the game, but they
hashtag
FE.
Hashtag.
Well,
but it's not a hashtag, right? It actually is a sharp sign, right?
The game is all about music.
It is.
And
oh my
so
god.
yeah, it is a sharp from music, not the game.
Yeah.
There's your other buddy, Ryuji.
Why not Persona versus Fire Emblem?
Ryuji is basically Yosuke, I will say that, except he's a little cooler.
I like his shirt.
His shirt's cool.
I'm gonna start cosplaying as that guy.
Yosuke is also a rebel. Like, he dyed his hair. He's wearing a pictured T-shirt to school instead of his full uniform.
Yeah, he's badass. He's
Take
got a
that.
faux hawk.
I have my Zomg T-shirts.
Kamoshida.
Actually, I'm really embarrassed to say that I actually do when I cosplay as that guy.
Guy in backpack and T-shirt with blazer.
Yeah.
It's very achievable cosplay.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like the tartan pants are gonna be the hardest thing to find, and like.
Just put on a white dress shirt and pants. I'm Shinji.
Well, don't forget the.
I went as the pro tag from 4 once because I was trying to bleach my hair.
Wow.
And I messed it up so it turned silver. And I was like, well,
Sephiroth Jr.
may as well take advantage of this. And so I put on like a blazer and like had my glasses. I was like, all right. Vulgar boy.
I'm the vulgar boy.
I'm just gonna. The vulgar boy is just a good name. I don't even want to learn his name.
He hasn't like sworn.
He hasn't sworn at all.
like,
uh-oh.
Incessantly swearing boy says, "Gosh darn it, my head hurts."
His catchphrase is this for real? He says that 1,000,000 times.
Damn it.
So long, vulgar boy.
Hi, vulgar boy.
So, every time you meet a new social link, it then flashes back to the interrogation room where Sei will say,
"Interesting.
Oh, you met this new person." It's a great way that they introduce social links. Every time you make a new one.
Is the entire game framed like this, or just the first section?
Pretty much the whole game.
And these flashbacks are actually flash forwards?
Well, yeah, so this is, again, 6 months in the future from when the game starts, but you do it each day at a time, so you got to make it to the 6 months from.
So 6 months from now, that heist happens.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're arrested, and then you're flashing back to how it all began.
Interesting. I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm stonewalling you. I'm not a snitch. Yeah, screw that victim.
I've no doubt you heard about it. On that day, were you still an ordinary student? Let me change the question. You transferred to Shujin Academy, correct? An ordinary prep school that could be found in any city. That's what it should have been.
Ooh.
What happened around that time? Tell me everything, truthfully.
All right, more anime.
Yeah. You know it's important because it's an anime.
We bothered to animate this.
Yeah. It's just that awesome feeling of anticipation of like, oh man, it's an anime scene, something big's happening.
The chat saying that Vulgar Boy sounds like a good punk band. It sounds like a Japanese punk band. It sounds like the band that wrote the end credits to one of the sports animes. That's that song by Vulgar Boy.
ED by Vulgar Boy.
Yeah.
You know what? Now, after playing the game, replaying this, now I noticed something I never got before. So the way you transport to the metaverse, which is where they're in now with the dungeons of the game, you have to say a person's name and the place they're at, and then open your app, and you're then teleported to the metaverse. So they just said Kamoshida and his castle. Boom. Now they're in the metaverse.
Interesting. So in this game it's phones, in the last game it was TVs.
Yes.
Like I loved how even in 2008 it was like everyone had these big boxy CRTs.
Yeah.
They would like climb into.
But don't worry, there's no evokers in this. Though you do have guns, a lot of guns, but
Guns, huh?
you actually go to an airsoft store, and the dude who runs it is kind of creepy.
Just like a real airsoft store.
Well, so you get airsoft things in the real world, but they work as real guns in the metaverse. But that's only after you've unlocked your persona.
Where's the school?
Ryuji, how effing stupid are you? Like, this obviously isn't the school. Like, I've never been there before, but this is a castle. It's not a school.
Just a weird school, I guess.
Where do you end up?
He's got the classic Japanese punk posture.
Yeah.
Little slouchy.
Yeah.
But also, like,
Perfect for
kind
crouching.
of the face that's just like, this guy's not completely there. Or he's not super smart.
Yeah, he's dumb.
So you'll fight different enemies, but they all look like that until you rip their mask off, and then they turn into. Well, they all look like a certain thing. In
I was gonna say like
in each.
I was guessing
metaverse.
each dungeon has its own like map enemy type or however you want to say it.
Yep.
That's cool.
So he's like, oh, you scared me, but you're just a giant dude with a weapon and shield.
This is pretty much
That's-
Scooby-Doo of just like, oh, what a great costume. All right, guys. Zoinks! It's not a costume.
People in costumes freak me out. If I was anywhere like that seemed shady and a dude in any costume showed up, I'd be like, let's get the fuck out.
I don't even like that in public.
This
Yeah,
shit's
right?
real. I love those cut-ins
Oh,
of
those are
anime
cool.
faces
That
too.
is great.
It's
Good,
great for
good,
extra
good.
emotion. They do it a lot.
We gotta run.
You got it, dude. I answered you. Come on.
Bro.
I love the little splashes of walking. That's in any metaverse dungeon.
Okay.
Ouch.
Break my bones!
You're gonna break my bones, damn it! The hell you think you're?
Oh, now he's being vulgar.
Take them away.
Like CW vulgar.
Sure, I'll
Or
say
like
that. Little progress.
Snick vulgar.
Yeah, yeah. He said hell.
All right. Also, yeah, keep track of your day, like what time of day, and also the weather status. Changes in weather can also make a dungeon tougher or harder or easier.
And I'm guessing you can watch TV to tell when the weather is going to change and stuff.
Yeah, you can get your weather prediction of up to a few days.
You know, weather app. How many apps do you like?
You don't have a
actually use
weather
on your phone?
app so much now. Boy, this sucks.
You all right? Yeah, more or less. Looks like the same.
Did you find that like all of the people in your party were useful, or
Yeah, they're
I feel like
all
the last
useful.
one I was like, some of them you just didn't use.
Well, I got so attached to the opening ones that the people who join later after you have a full team, it's just like, well, but I don't want to leave Morgana out, or I don't want to leave Anne out.
Yeah,
so.
I felt the need to include everyone, so I would cycle them in teams. Like, okay, this is my A team, that's my B team.
Yeah.
Though I treated Ryuji a lot like
Based on
Yosuke from Persona 4, just like, yeah, you're out of here. Like I don't need the goofus on my team here.
So I'm looking at the Metacritic, and I think everybody loves Persona 5. It's got a
Pretty
94.
much.
Jim Sterling?
Even Jim Sterling.
Whoa!
I think the lowest ones are like 8.5 or something.
3D Huego says. I think I said that right.
Yeah,
I think so.
Juegos.
Says this game.
I always
is
think
no
that
bueno.
means eggs, not play.
Yeah, 3D huevos. Even Arcade Sushi gave it. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Going to Metacritic is just like, it makes me feel like I've never heard of any of these places.
Now you know, like hang out on the 6th axis. Multiplayer.it.
Oh man, look at here's Kamoshida.
Oh,
Look at
you're a
different.
pervert.
Yeah, he
You're a
is.
friggin' pervert.
Everybody's at 3D Huego says 95. XGN. What is this? Is this like the more extreme IGN?
Yeah, it's the After Dark one. It's when, like, after 10 p.m., the site turns into XGN.
The black lights come on. I'm trying to find someone who did not like this game.
Ryuji and Kamoshida have a bit of a history.
It's in progress ones, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot
it's
of
all
these are in progress.
Greens across the board.
So far, the lowest score is a 985. That is Jim Sterling.
What did Famitsu give it?
Famitsu,
I mean, they gave it 40 out of 40.
Depends on
of
how
course.
much they paid in ads.
Yeah.
Famitsu's not on Metacritic, but pretty much a game of this stature, like even if it wasn't great, it gets a 40 out of 40.
I think the Famitsu 40 used to be a coveted score until people realized that they are just sort of like a PR agency.
I think it was after Nintendogs it
like-
stopped being a big deal.
It's like JD Power awards, right? You're like, oh, I get it. You
It's
just,
got a 39 in Famitsu.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, like, even back in the 80s, Famitsu was like, hey, Akira Toriyama, you draw a comic for us and I write for us. Let's promote our game we're making together in this magazine.
Yeah.
And hey, we wouldn't have Dragon Quest so popular if it wasn't for that collusion.
So
Here's the
collusion made it
important
happen.
moment here. You're being challenged to save your friend, but he's just like, no, you should run away. And this is the same test he had. He saved that girl when he could have ignored it, and it only made his life worse. Here's a similar test. Will he try to save his friend, even though it seemingly will just get him killed, or does he run away?
Chat's saying that that guy looks like Jay Leno got possessed by the king of all cosmos from Katamari.
That is kind of common. That's a good description of
It's
Kamakita.
very good. It's Frumpliors. Whoa, what's up, dude?
Oh, you know what? I missed that he was naked under that.
Yeah.
I mean,
his
he's
hair
wearing
and dad bod.
underpants. He's wearing underpants.
He's wearing some pink underpants.
Oof.
Where'd your energy from earlier?
So are all
The voice
This is
actor's
still
really good
like-
at being a dick. Like, it's great in this nerd game. Like, who's your first enemy? A gym teacher. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So in Persona 4 and 3, the cutscenes were all pretty, like, I guess, plain and just like a lot of basic emoting. Are all the cutscenes like this in the game?
There are, so it's gradations levels. Like, anime is the most important. This is second most, and then there's just standing around talking.
Okay, because like,
But you can tell they did real like motion capture for
for
this.
sure, yeah. I just like in Persona 3 and 4 is like here's a bunch of canned animations that will like
He's
queue
got
up.
his little speed up.
Yeah, of all over and over again, people go like, "Well, you
Yeah,
know."
and like sweat
Yeah.
drops shooting
Yeah,
out.
yeah, they would always like.
Here we go, baby.
That butterfly is key to like every Shin Megami Tensei thing.
Yep.
Reaching you. There may yet be a
It's time to discover your persona with the classic line.
I choose you.
It's Morphin time. Is the classic line just him shouting Persona?
Persona.
Persona! Is the one that looks like a giant penis on a chariot in this one?
Yeah. Well,
Woo!
there's more than one
More than
phallic
one
enemy in this.
Battle dick.
Paddled.
Okay, here we go, baby. Yeah. Say it. I am thou. Thou art I. That's how in any Persona game. It's how you make your contract with your persona.
Okay.
With that, I am thou, thou art I. It's about recognizing your shadow self for more power. Boom! Now this is gonna get intense.
Is it what?
These are really great looking cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like the facial expressions are great too. Usually, sometimes you just get like really mascot looking guys that they gesticulate like humans, but their faces are just sort of like frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is awesome animation here.
Oh my god is right.
You fart? That's a cheap joke.
Keep it classy here, Henry.
Sick
Ooh.
anime battles are forbidden.
All right, and then you gotta
not
rip
glass-
off your mask.
Glasses this time.
But
Ow, gross.
Ow.
yeah, it's
Oh,
attached to your
eyeballs.
face,
God.
so you're ripping. You gotta rip your face off
My eyeballs.
to then create a blood mask.
That's awesome.
Ooh. And then you get your true mask after ripping off your fake one.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is so cool.
And that's Lupin.
Huh.
I think the other game's kind of like, you didn't seem to go like kind of crazy evil. So
You don't get
quickly.
as excited or smug.
Yeah.
Kamishita can't take it.
Huh. The classic.
Yeah, I feel so much power in my hand. I have to look at it.
I'm holding an apple, but there is no apple.
Woo!
I am the rebel soul that resides within you, if you so desire.
There was one set of footprints because I was carrying you this whole time.
Give me your power. So another thing they'll teach you early on is to not get attached to any persona because you need to fuse them to get better ones.
Yeah.
So one of the first fusions you do is with Arsene, of him just going like, yeah, fuse me, I'm just a level 1. You'll get better stuff later.
So, but all the other characters have their own just regular.
They have their own that levels up
Persona.
with them.
Yeah.
Pyro Jack, baby!
Yeah.
Boom!
Nice.
Oh.
I wish it was Jack Frost at the start, but also until you recruit them, you don't get to know their true names. Only when you recruit them, they remember their true names, and then they are named Pyro Jack. But instead, in this, they're just let's see here.
Great.
Yeah,
I love you see
Crypt
the,
Dwelling Pyromaniac.
so great you see their HP like visually.
Yes,
I
yeah.
love that.
And here's another awesome thing too. So boom, did my damage, took my well, they haven't taught me weaknesses yet, but they'll treat in a second. Alright, this is how you do a melee attack. Boom.
There aren't timed hits in this, are there?
No, there aren't.
Okay.
Is there like scanning like you had to do in the?
Not
last
so
one?
much scanning, but when you
Talking about
learn
Rise.
when you learn a weakness, Morgana kind of works as your reset, telling you things. But so when you learn a weakness, I haven't. Damn it. Okay, here's a first thing to do in this game. You turn when you have more than one person in your team. I change to give directions. I do not like my team doing what they want to do. They do what I say.
I go against Henry on that. Only for bosses do I tell people what to do.
Nah.
It just makes things go faster.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's like-
I'm with Bobby.
No,
It's
you
like-
must control everything.
It's like I already know these weaknesses and what's going to be used.
These level up screens are beautiful.
I like
by the
it.
way.
Yeah, I like that.
I leveled up.
It's like a wanted poster.
Yes. Take your time.
We got to our first battle. In how long? How many
Yeah.
hours did that take?
And we even
we've
got
been
a
streaming
trophy for it.
An hour and 20 minutes.
There you go.
And that
There
was
you go.
me. And that was with me speeding along and knowing where
you
to go.
fast forward through a lot of it.
That seems fairly quick for a Persona start. I'm
Kinda,
not being
yeah.
sarcastic here.
The key.
Yeah.
You won't see
Yeah,
another battle
Sakamoto.
for 3 hours.
Oh, his backpack's just a duffel bag that he wears like a backpack.
What a cool guy.
That is cool.
Hey, what was that just now? And your clothes. It went back to normal.
It's funny when Anne joins your team and she transformed that she's basically wearing a skin tight leather outfit, and when she realizes like she gets a little shy, but then eventually she's like screw it.
I guess
Or
I
rather,
have
the
to
game
look like
says, stop being modest.
Pretty much.
It's not what we designed your character for.
Girl, yes. Well, yeah. It wouldn't be the Madonna whore complex if she didn't act ashamed at first. Sadly. All right, so here we are in our first true dungeon, sort of.
All right.
All right, let's open this old door.
Bam!
That's his catchphrase. For real?
That's like
Can you jump? Oh.
Don't get ahead of the
Special
game,
action.
Bob. Yeah.
Special.
And it is like this in the other games where they like draw in your. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Next?
Yeah, I love filling out the map.
Yeah, feels special. Okay, wait. This way.
How'd you guys feel about Persona Q and like literally having to draw your map?
It was at times too hard, but I loved it.
I played Etrian Odyssey before that, and so I really got into it. It's actually a little bit easier than Etrian Odyssey.
Oh yeah, but still balls hard.
Really hard,
but-
yeah. And I love all the characters more than Etrian Odyssey characters, so I had a lot of fun with that. I didn't finish it though. I should.
Yeah, Fish either. It's still my thing. Now I can't go back to it because I'm like, I don't know what I was
Yeah,
doing.
I'd have to start over.
Yeah.
I'm not starting over. Like, I guess I could
Yeah.
start over and pick the other side and go.
Oh, you're right.
And
Yeah.
go their way. I started on 4,
Me too, because, you know, better characters, I think.
Yeah, I agree. People will fight us on that, but
Nah.
Forrest got better characters.
It could be we're just so used to them because they reuse them the most, I think.
They do, yeah.
They get the most traction out
And
of
it
them.
was the first Persona game I played.
Ah.
I played 4 first, and then...
Here we go. Crawling, you do this sometimes too.
A
Snake.
bag stuck!
Hit the action button to crawl.
And emerge. Let's see here, man.
So how was the soundtrack, Henry, compared to other Persona games?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the greatest. I love the soundtrack. I mean, I think I might like 4 and 3s a little bit more. But the other great thing with the soundtrack is that, you know, they even write the lyrics to reflect the themes of the game. And my favorite is the just hangout music in LeBlanc, because the dude says, or the song is all about like metamorphosizing your true self and taking off a mask and all that stuff.
I was surprised I never got sick of the Persona 4 battle music because it is a vocal theme.
Yeah, when I first played it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get sick of this vocal theme. But same deal with this too. Like, what is this?
How many cool raps are there?
Yeah,
a couple. Oh. Boy, things suck for that guy.
Yeah.
But he's not a real guy. Spoiler. That's just manifestations of things. Another dead end. Now we're gonna get out. Oh?
Oh,
Who's that?
hey! Listen!
Yeah.
No, leave her locked up.
Yes!
What is this thing?
It's extremely marketable.
Soldiers in the
Yeah.
castle, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Look, the key's right there.
We're trying to get the hell out of here. I mean, you obviously look like an enemy too.
Huh.
I'm locked up here, so how can I be your enemy? Help me out.
Help me out.
Yeah, oh!
I'm not.
Not a cat!
Say that
Don't
again.
call Morgana a cat.
Alright.
She is a cat, though.
He is.
He is a cat.
He, she's, is, they are a cat.
They are a cat.
Contact someone outside.
She just got with that.
How the hell do we get out?
Hey, you too. Want to know where the exit is? Let me out, and I'll take you there.
Did you get the impression that, like, they present the character female? Is it like a twist? Like, I'm actually a guy?
Well,
or is it just.
boy, in anime, it is tradition that no matter the gender of the cat, that talking cats are traditionally voiced by women. Gigi in Kiki's Delivery Service, for example, is voiced by a woman, even though Gigi is male.
Sure.
So,
What about Sakamoto in Nichijou?
right, yes, that's true. That I felt like that was against type.
But I think that, right, that was kind of like the gag, right?
The gag
It was
is that,
he
yeah.
sounded like an adult man.
I was just telling Bob to watch Nichijou today.
I
but,
feel like in Japan, they're less attached to always having males play male roles. Like Goku is a woman, Luffy is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, we get the opposite in American, that like female voice actors can play like
they're the only ones who play
male
10-year-old
characters.
boys.
Yeah, they play
Yeah.
all children and
So Morgana, though, Morgana is a woman's name, but Morgana is later written as being attracted to a female teammate, and people refer to there is a conversation later in the game, but they refer to Morgana as a he, and he is fine with that. Fourth period already. I'm late for school.
Look,
my
420
Coon.
This entire stream was worth it.
Yes.
yes. 420 Coon.
I don't deserve this.
420.
I had forgotten I was Goku 420.
that was great.
All right, so there are occasional. This feels more like a modern game thing, but it doesn't really happen all that much in the game of just like follow this character out of here.
Is Sakamoto his family name or?
Yeah, it's his family name. Ryuji's his real name. I mean,
It's interesting that like they have that, but then they like westernized the interactions with you. Like you introduced yourself like
With your first name?
first name and then family name.
Mhm.
Like.
But then with the naming on the screen, it's just
No,
like.
you're right. I
this
guess
is
not.
Sakamoto.
Goku's our family name.
No, I think Goku's first name.
First name. You're right, because you're 420 Kun though.
He's from the 420 clan.
Yeah.
Stay still.
Cool, more.
All right, time
Yes.
for two-player boss fight here.
Zoro.
Yep. my public domain fighter, Zoro.
What's up? He's burly.
That's why in early One Piece localizations he was known as Zolo.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
See, that guy is somewhat phallic when you say that demon.
Oh, that demon's always been phallic.
Yes.
I mean, look at that
I
codpiece.
mean, he's
Yeah.
got a giant pointy dick, so.
Yeah.
But some of them are literally penises.
Hey, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, guys.
But not when it's extending from your crotch.
Yeah.
All right, orders. So analysis will tell you if you discovered a weakness at this point.
And
it'll show you, I've only tried physical on him, and it shows me that's normal.
These enemies look great.
Yeah.
They do,
And I've
yeah.
seen them a million times in other games. They
All right.
look super good
Let's do
here.
an attack here.
So questions coming in. If they did a remake of this, like Golden, is there something that you would improve in the game?
Yeah.
Read his review.
I mean, they could speed up this bit here, I think, or just give you more like late.
Or let you skip it. If
I
you
always
played through it
just
before.
want, also just to let you skip this. Also, it'd be nice just to the good old one more thing. Always important to keep track of.
Yeah.
In a SMT game, but anyway, yeah, I would just condense the beginning just a little bit more, or just like straight up let you skip it, and just also give you more time. You know, more time is always nice. Like you never see. That also made me think about like in real life. I'm like, I wish I had more time to do stuff. I don't.
To play more Persona.
Yeah, exactly.
That you wish was longer.
Well, I thought about it. I went to a viewing party of a WrestleMania this weekend, and I then thought about it in Persona terms of just like, well, you chose to spend your day watching WrestleMania instead of doing something else.
What
so,
stat did that level up, Henry? We're watching WrestleMania all day.
I guess it was my social stats.
Charisma.
Yeah, maybe charisma.
Guts. Did you some guts?
Learn a new skill, baby.
Your Persona's the fool.
Mhm.
That makes sense if they call you Joker.
Yeah.
You're always fool, right, protagonist?
I think
Yeah, I
so.
believe so. Frizzy hair. Oh. Can we stop explaining things and just get out of here, says Ryuji?
Now they're talking about WrestleMania in the chat.
Oh boy, I got
that,
thoughts
did
on
you
that.
enjoy that Final Fantasy thing that they did?
That was one of the best moments of the whole thing. Have you guys seen this?
No.
I have seen it now. It's funny because like I play Final Fantasy 14, but I'm not a wrestling fan. Not a wrestling.
Yeah,
It's opposite with you.
So-
there's some crossover now.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, is their big advertiser at WrestleMania.
Really?
WrestleMania. Well, Snickers was the A advertiser. Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood was the B advertiser. And in that, so they teamed up with the video game dork of WWE, Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, and he and his team, the New Day, they came out with an ice cream truck or an ice cream cart, but it was covered in Moogles and Chocobos, and Xavier had his hair was shaped. It wasn't blonde; it was black, but it was shaped like Cloud.
Wow.
Cloud's hair.
Wow.
It was really good. Look it up. The entrance. I actually curated it yesterday on the site, Fandom.com, so you can just see it right there. The link on YouTube.
So when I log back into FF14, I'm going to see characters like Moogle 316 and.
I saw some wrestling fans. Somebody found on a Reddit wrestling fans complaining that it was not high class enough. Sorry, the other way around. Final Fantasy fans complaining that wrestling was too low class to advertise Final
Don't
Fantasy.
you sully
on.
my RPG with your wrestling.
All right.
This is 14, which
Pixie.
like
Yeah.
everyone gets a speedo like right out of the gate.
Pretty much, you're just walking around in your underwear.
Yeah, that you hit that
Beginning of
first
the game.
hub town and everybody's like, well, guess I'm wearing just a leather thing.
So this is another classic starter enemy.
The
All right,
Adding,
see, I give you instructions, Morgana. You do what I say. Direct command. But yeah, Pixie is one of your first starter dudes in most SMT games. It's easy to have a healer on your team. They are simple healers. All right, let's see. Persona. I bet you're wind. I think they're weak to wind. If I'm not. They're not. Nerds.
I think it's Zio.
Yeah, I need a lightning, and I don't have any with Zio on my team.
It is fun how I think you and I.
Oh nope, this is a weakness.
We probably all know what the spell names are by heart now.
Yeah.
All right, and we got one more.
Like Saru Karaja or whatever. Just like, I used to know what that meant. I'll probably
Yeah.
learn it again.
Gotta get your boofus.
Pretty
Yeah.
much everything, yeah.
Boo-foo.
Pretty much everything like says Surakaraja or like blah blah Karaja. Those are all the buffs.
Yeah.
Those are all the like, or they're like turned down. If you're somebody like me who doesn't usually put, status weaknesses on people in you don't use status weaknesses too much in RPGs, you definitely need it in these. Like upping your attack or decreasing defense on an enemy, very important.
Yeah, managing buffs is really important for bosses in these games.
Yeah.
Buff maintenance.
But yeah, Bufu, Zio, Agi, and
Garu?
Garu.
And then it's like Mabafu,
Yeah.
Mazio, yeah.
Or Miragi, yeah, and God, I've memorized them all because I literally have spent 800 hours of my life in the world of Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, finally.
Now locked again.
It's not opening.
Oh, see, now he's Ryuji. We're friends now.
Yeah. Don't stop using my proper name. I'm your bro, Ryuji. Morgana knows all the tricks of the trade for being a thief. Would you believe that Morgana suffers from amnesia?
Oh no, that's never happened in an RPG. We're breaking new ground.
That's right. Everything's hopeless and black like my fur. Now why would I die here with you two? Ventilation shaft, you morons. You guys should be able to squeeze through it one at a time.
I see. And we just gotta get that metallic mesh off.
Doesn't feel like Morgana would like Teddy.
No, they probably wouldn't be.
I don't
good.
think they'd be friends.
They wouldn't be very good friends.
No.
Yeah. Teddy would like Morgana.
Yeah.
But
Morgana would be like, "Oh, shut up."
yeah.
Those hot pink splashes on the ground remind me a lot of Danganronpa, but
Yeah.
Danganronpa did borrow a lot from Persona. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Oh, hell yeah. that game's
Speaking of games that
You've got manners.
like nail their ending,
Mm-hmm.
like it went crazy, but it went crazy in like a way that I was like, okay, wow.
Which game, Danganronpa?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should play 2, Jack.
I should. It's sitting there in my Vita.
It goes crazier at the end.
And 3 is a coming.
September.
Somebody pointed out.
I was a little depressed at the first one. I kind of was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was just jumping into the next one. I was like,
I need some time off.
You mean you were despairing, right?
yeah.
Ultimate despair.
Did we make it?
But yeah, it's a heavy game. I played the VR version of it at GDC, which was basically like, I don't know how they'd make it a real VR game because it looked so complicated to even just make one round of accusations work in it.
Yeah.
But then you get killed the way the main character gets killed.
They strap you down
And
to something.
They strap you to that desk and the thing's going to flatten you as you head towards it. And it happens to you in VR with Monokuma just dancing around you.
But anyways. What's going on?
What's with the yelling? Are you
Uh-oh.
What?
Police are
aggressive-
not nice in this game.
Aggressive officer on a bike.
Truant, they'll all say.
No.
Oh, right. Sorry, Simpsons?
Yes.
Of course.
I know we're in anime brain mode, but like think about the Simpsons.
Why would you think that?
Are you his friend?
I briefly forgot about it.
He was bullying me.
What?
Lie like that? Just tell him what happened.
I was nicer in my say.
We passed by Shujin on our way here. If you spout any more...
Come on, say something. That's not what I meant. Wait a sec.
For real?
For real?
For real?
Believe it.
I guess, Ryuji's more like Yosuke, but in Kanji's clothes a bit.
His resignation.
Huh.
Things are going.
Nothing
Innocent
sinister
guy.
about that.
If there's something in anime, somebody who covers their mouth like that and then
And
says
also
things are going as
things
planned.
are going as planned.
Yeah, I mean, that's Gendo Yukari. Wait, yeah, right? Gendo Ikari.
Ikari.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
It's not like you can buy that on DVD or Blu-ray because you can't.
You can't.
You can't stream it.
Well, you can get the remake or you can get the movies.
I guess it's different though.
Man, I don't want to watch those movies compared to. I don't really want to rewatch the show.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
We received a call.
This police snitched on us. I knew he was going to say that.
That's what cops do.
Yeah, it's good. They're just kind of doing their job.
Where were you roaming around?
I believe that guy
thought you
arrested
were-
me.
Man, and I gave him weed. That guy sucks.
So you have no intention of giving an honest
Daniel points out, oftentimes they're covering their mouths like that in anime to
Oh yeah.
cheap out on
absolutely.
animation costs.
That was mostly Evangelion. Like,
Yeah.
he's really talking.
Yeah.
Take our word for it.
That elevator scene is one of the best. I love
Yeah.
it.
That was an artistic choice, not to pad out the episode.
I had always read that it was. They just got their budget slashed big time after the they got in big trouble for doing the waves of blood at the end of episode 14 or whatever. Whenever he maims his classmate.
Yeah, and they wanted him to die. That's why he does die in the manga.
Right.
Koji? I think?
Koji, yeah. I loved in that episode of in those two episodes are like, who could the fourth child be? And then they keep cutting to him, and it's just like the show has never focused on him ever.
Let's talk about this guy. What's his story?
What's his deal?
Then you find out that classroom is all potential Ava pilots.
It's all a trick. And then that got its own. You know, boy, if Ava had come out now, we would have gotten games like Iron Girlfriend and all the other all the
Every game.
weirdo visual novels they got that we never got to get. That are just like untranslated Saturn games.
That's why Asuka was playing the Saturn in.
That's right. Sega was a partial sponsor of the original Evangelion.
It's also because she was a very troubled young woman. That's why she chose the Saturn.
Yeah, yes. So why she play? I guess the Saturn was all that was left over after Second Impact, and they had to.
That's like a retro game.
Well, look, it wasn't her system. Remember, she's staying at her friend's place. We're getting deep into Evangelion storylines here. Can you overlook more? I'm getting sassy with you, Kamoshida.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
You're a dick.
At any rate, hurry up and go to the faculty office.
He's trying to make time with Miss Kawakami, and it's not working out for him.
Good luck trying to enjoy your new
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take my highlighter and leave.
I can't wait till we murder him.
Well, yeah,
Well,
sorta. I think they're actually going to explain that a little bit here now. I just love that it hurts so much just looking at those marks on his wrist.
That's good. That's good detail.
Turned into an old castle?
A talking cat.
Hallucinating from an overdose? I won't put up with you if you're simply joking around.
He's stoned on booze.
Continue the story. The one who received a
Calling cards, just like Lupin leaves.
medalist.
An Olympic medalist.
Lupin in the anime does leave a calling card with that grinning monkey face on it.
So this is also how they do it in all the flashbacks go to identify your next person you're going to steal the heart of. So they tell you, they have these flash forwards that then say, then you took on this guy, and then you cut back to the story of how you discovered you'd go after this guy.
There's a mystery, what's going to happen here with this character.
Each time they're like, so why'd you attack this famous artist? And it's just like, it's a funny story. And then you flash back to meeting him.
It's a clip show for a series that never happened.
Yeah.
See, why did you target him? That's what she usually asks.
So by take your heart, what does that mean? Like reform them or something? Or
In a way, you have a twisted heart. Only the most twisted liars and monsters are able to create such a castle in the metaverse out of their sins as Kamoshida does. So, and you have to steal their heart to make them have a change of heart and realize what a monster they are. And then once they do that, then they might confess to their crimes. So this school layout is pretty similar to school layouts in all the previous Personas, but
no shoe
all
lockers?
high. Oh wait, yeah, this is the opening. You know, I guess the shoe lock. Yeah, where's my shoe locker? Wait a minute.
They're all wearing shoes.
You can't wear your shoes inside.
But here's the bread store where you buy bread every day. You've seen that in anime where you're just like, I tried to make it to give bread at the lunch, and
Yeah.
They were out of-
The sandwiches, bro. Yeah.
They were out of melon pan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Melon pan. Yakisoba pan's my favorite in this game. All right, dude. What do you have to say?
Late middle-aged teacher.
Uses are useless. Oh yeah, wait. I gotta go to. I gotta get second floor.
Whisper, whisper.
They're all talking about me. And I believe the...
Be spectacled.
Let's see. Is this...
Live an honest student life.
Yes. Well, sometimes when it's just about killing time till your
Don't
next
F up.
option.
I've seen this office so many times in
Yeah,
different anime.
it's
like-
all...
It's the like where they do the manga like drawing and the editor office like.
You get approximately 2 square feet of space to do all of your work.
Yes. I was in a castle.
You can't be serious.
It is pretty bad that I'm late for my first day of school.
Together? You were given fair warning yesterday. More importantly, I heard that you were caught along with that Sakamoto.
He's also a bad kid.
Sakamoto.
They got the pronunciations right.
Yeah.
I think they were being heavily... Yeah, there's definitely a few times I'm like, oh, you were heavily coached on the right way to say this.
He wasn't like that when he was.
That's good. I think we should
Track and field, though.
always make sure that they are correct in the
Yeah.
English dubs. I think we've like
Follow me.
did a really bad job of that in like set this like bad bar.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
We're like, well, that's how we say it in English, and it's like, no, it's not how it works.
Could try a little harder.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it helped, too, that in the animes we grew up on in the 90s, that they were dubbed by, like, non-union actors in either Canada or Texas for ADV films. And in both, they just have, like, accents that made it even harder to tell, like, wait, is that really how you say Akane? Or Asuka Langley Soyu?
I'm sorry, Akane.
Yeah. You're so uncute, Akane. What are you so mad about?
He looks normal.
And now the classic anime thing of introducing a new student to class. See, they all know that I'm a bad kid already.
Give Goku 420 a chance.
Boy, that one kid in the middle really stands out, huh?
Yeah, weird how he doesn't have a jacket on and his hair's blue.
Say something to the class.
I'm Goku 420.
Yes.
He seems quiet.
We are children, but it's fun.
I bet when he loses it. I mean, he was arrested for assault, right?
How did that rumor spread? Who told people?
So your seat will be over there.
Ah.
The one that
Should have think about it. Like,
How about the only open desk?
books with him for today.
Sucks.
oh no.
Oh.
That you know that kid's also important. Oh, I'm sitting behind Anne.
Lies.
So
Look
see,
at the twins. I like the twins
Yeah.
in class here.
Do these two know each other?
well, also, everybody thinks that Anne is a strumpet and that she is. Well, they think that because she's like, you know,
Flashy.
different. She's pretty. She's not. She only has one Japanese parent, making her thus less Japanese.
Ah.
She's wearing
And
pants and not
Yeah.
a skirt.
yeah, she's wearing leggings, man. It's the cool thing.
Oh right, the volleyball.
Volleyball sucks. Boo, volleyball.
Oh, well, come on, Haikyuu.
One's change classes, so make sure you.
I can't believe volleyball. This is like a thing that's.
Well, that's Kamoshida's. It's actually the volleyball team is a very important plot line in this opening video.
Everyone, please rise.
Looks like he's getting beat up. Ooh, important music.
Ah.
What's wrong?
I like that he shows up to school and everybody's afraid of him, even though he's like the least intimidating person
Yeah.
ever.
That boy
It's all
with the-
about your bad reputation, man. You
Yeah.
can't get over
that
it.
skinny boy with the constant headaches is scary.
Yeah. He might slug us with his big glasses. Like,
Oh yeah, glasses too.
Straight home without stopping by anywhere. Sakura-san.
Oh man, he's so disappointed in me.
they're pointing out that you were sitting in exact protagonist seat.
That
like,
is
2/3 of the way back next to the window.
Speak of this.
You can
perfect
stare
to
out
look.
the window.
Yeah, so you look out of it.
What do you want? I heard the police caught you cutting classes.
Ooh.
It was nothing.
And you haven't dyed your hair back to black either.
Oh shit.
Sorry about that.
Dyed hair.
Rooftop.
Ooh, waiting on the rooftop.
Everyone should just be really impressed that he got it that blonde. You know how hard it
Yeah.
is to get black hair,
Oh man.
like to
Oh,
be like
wow,
a nice
yeah.
golden blonde. It would be bright orange and look terrible. Or just well, it probably is feels disgusting. It's probably twice as long, and then everything else just broke off.
Just like burned off with chemicals.
Yeah.
So, how much longer is our stream going to go?
Sorry.
At any point we can end. We've been going.
Let's get to the end of this day.
We're at 1:30. Okay, so we'll get to the end of the day, and then we'll call it quits. So if you guys have any final questions about Persona 5 for Henry, now's the time to ask them. Those of you who are still stuck around.
Hey, what's your thing, kid?
Where's the rooftop? It's up there. Up?
I mean, just go up. Like,
what a dumb question.
Yeah.
How do I get downstairs? Take the
you
stairs.
should give up.
This game feels more inclined for like same-sex Pixiv pairings than any previous Persona game.
You would
like,
think.
Every boy you meet is very pretty.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, the main character is a normal kid. He is not attracted to other men. That's not.
There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have to like ship them with each other, right? Like.
Is there any romance between the main character and other people?
Oh yeah. All the romance social link stuff is there for women.
For girls.
If you're into girls. If you're weird and like girls or something.
I'm sorry.
Pretty much in the same boat.
I mean, that's how I ended up with Chie as my waifu too. I was like, well, I gotta pick one if I'm playing this game.
I picked all of them, and they made them very sad when it came to be that like.
On Valentine's Day in Golden, like, ooh, it's
I was like, now I feel. Like
I felt like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Especially like when.
How did none of them ever talk to each other?
Yeah,
and
wouldn't they
realize
all
I
say
was
like?
dating all of them.
Yeah, it turned me into a real dirty dog of a lead character.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. It wasn't a dream, Ryuji. We can't both have the same dream, you idiot.
I mean, even if it was a dream, you saved me from Kamoshida. So yeah.
Thanks, Goku.
Yeah.
Probably don't know about it.
Where was about him? Yeah, we met earlier.
Yeah, the ripped mop head. That asshole who was all full of himself at the castle.
The asshole in the castle.
Yeah. Some medalist who took the volleyball to the nationals. Way Kamoshida was king of that castle felt crazy.
He's riding high on his bronze medal for volleyball.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a dream, Ryuji. We both remember it. We can't both have the same.
in middle school, my PE teacher had a silver medal for weightlifting.
Whoa.
Wow.
And no one cared.
I guess is that where it gets you though? Like
yeah, because
if you're not in a famous sport,
he mentioned it a lot, and something he'd be like, I have like a gold medal thing, and then finally someone said like, yeah, but you teach middle school gym, and it was like, oh shit,
that kid got benched.
Like, boom, yeah, that kid. I don't think that kid was in our class anymore. I think he moved to the other PE class, but it was like, yeah, it shut it down. He didn't mention it anymore.
That is
like
the classic.
That's so sad. I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, maybe don't brag in front of 14-year-olds.
14-year-olds aren't
you
gonna
thought
be
that was
nice.
gonna work out for you. But
You know, the most understanding and not cool people, 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Oop, get another call.
You got another question. So, without naming the character name, does Henry remember which Confidant Arcana story was his favorite?
Oh boy.
Is that about this game?
Yeah, in this game,
Is that what they're called?
I mean, it's your social link story. The story that plays out of his social link.
Confidant.
Yeah, I'll just say the ones you've met so far. I really like Anne's a lot. Like Anne, you get to know her a lot better. Though Ryuji's is pretty interesting too. He's had a tough life.
I'm just thinking of something you showed me a few months ago on Twitter, Henry. It was a thing with Obama and Biden, and like Obama maxed out his social link with Biden.
Oh yeah,
giving him that award.
I just
was
love
that a
those
video or
poses
like like pictures?
I think it was just a picture.
Okay.
But yeah, him putting that award on him, it totally was the end of social link. All right, we got to learn one more thing while I'm here.
All right.
About time you've come.
You're so mean, Justine.
On your feet, inmate.
Are they?
Our master.
Justine and Caroline, they're his assistants who dress in blue, the same you see in all of the ones in the Velvet Room.
Yeah.
Usually one woman though.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
And a woman.
Well, I mean, it is a blonde woman. Same with these ladies.
Is there significance to the characters on their hat, like the letters on their hat?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's every detail matters. Every accessory matters. All
I
right.
hate his new voice.
I really don't like it.
There is no need to understand it all for the time.
You'll hear that a lot of like, look, I can explain this. I'll explain this in 12 hours. Like,
it sounds like he's about to thank me for watching Hulu. This Hulu show is brought to you by the Vildapool.
An armor of the heart when confronting worldly matters. I have high expectations for you.
Dot, 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 dot.
the old.
You have no choice but to hope your strength. It's not because we're
what's this?
forcing you, but because this is your fate.
That's a good way to manipulate people.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, you just have to do this.
Or you'll die. So you don't gotta. I mean, it's just for your own sake. She's a good cop.
Kids. You have to finish your P's, or you'll die tonight.
It's been willed by the cosmos.
It's like how it works. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
Palace. Metaverse Navigator?
I bestowed it to you as a means to train you as a
So he's the guy who put that app on there.
Metaverse Navigator is a gift from our master. You better take care and
So Caroline is the bad cop, Justine is the good cop.
Does that like fit into your data plan though?
It must be on its own separate thing.
Poorly programmed, really hogs the battery.
It's like Pokemon Go.
Asks like a lot of permissions. Like, why do you need access to my camera?
We want to access your calendar.
enjoy whatever rest you might have.
Do you do missions like in the old games where you have to find specific personas? You have to for the people like requests and
Yes,
stuff?
yeah, that's your social link with Justine and Caroline. That they go like, give me this persona with this ability. The first 3 of those, I just walked up to them and they're like, okay, now we need this one. And then the next time I talked to them, I didn't leave. I was just like, talk prompt again. They're like, oh, you got him, cool. Like so, that's about the first 3. It gets a little harder later. Ooh, it's a rainy day.
For us.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna play this soon.
Yeah, so there you guys go. This was
Good
Persona
times.
5. If you haven't figured that out, it's out now on PlayStation 4.
And 3.
And 3, apparently. Weird. You do not have to play any other Persona or Shin Megami Tensei game to play these, although if you do and are a big fan, you will recognize things and get more enjoyment out of it. But they are standalone stories, so check it out. We'll be back with more streams later in the week.
Cool.
We've got Ukulele next week as a stream. So Bob just
cool.
reviewed
Yeah, I
that,
can
so
play
we'll
that.
be doing that. Lego City Undercover also comes out this week, so we might be playing that on Friday as kind of like a fun, more casual one. We might bring in someone who's not like a major gamer and like kind of do some co-op in a Lego universe and do that. If you haven't followed our channel yet, please do so. You get alerts when we go live, and you really help us out. And that's whatever channel you're watching, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. We are Fandom on all of them. Get Fandom on those. So thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat and interacting with us, and we will see you again later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.